welcome to FS19 New Mods, and in this video what we do is go through some of the new mods released in the mod hub and show you what the crack is with them and go through, make sure they all work and everything's cool. So today we've got a few to show you. Now these came out on Monday in the mod hub, so let's go to the farming simulator in-game mod hub and see what we're looking at today. So here's the latest mods from the mod hub for console. We have the John Deere 7R US series by Custom Modding. Now I've had a quick look at that already and it's a nice, very nice bit of kit. There's quite a few configurations for it. You see there's a huge amount to go through down there, but a lot of stuff has been done. 210 to 310 horsepower, and yeah, we'll have a good look at that one. And then we have the Amazon D930 by Ericsson, and yes, 3 meter wide. I thought we got one of those, or is it the 4 meter wide? We will soon see. Then we have an update for the Case IHLB434R by Mephius, and that is new store and icon. Most of the updates are new store and icon. Then we also have the Deutz Swatmaster 3521 and the Vicon Andex 353 by Polo 5090R, and it is a rake ideal for small and medium farms due to small size. Cool. And then we have an update for the Lemkin Diamond, and you can see that one's new store icon. And then Season Safe Maruvia. Animal husbandry is now governed by Seasons 19. Minor adjustments to crop growth. And that's by Z84. And then we have an update to the Vicon PD 1500 by Masland Mods, and it says small fixes. And then we have Seasons Geo Ohio USA, where cotton added and French translation. The latest version of Seasons is required by Adub Modding. And that's your lot for FS19 new mods today. Right, so we have the John Deere, the 7310R by Custom Modding, and cracking bit of kit. Really nice tractor, loving it. But let's look at the implements first, and then we can use the tractor to give them a test. So first off, we have a new mod, which is the Amazon D930. Now I did think we had this one out already, but it's not. We've got the 4 meter version, where this is the 3 meter version. Now this one you can use with a, you can put a there is the one cultivator, I can't remember the number of it. There's a couple out actually where you can use the 3 meter cultivator on the front of it. Now this one will cost you £8,500, so not a great deal amount of money for it. And I can't remember the leasing costs, so I forgot to write that down. Anyway, you do need 50 horsepower to run it, and it's -12 on the slot count, and it will hold 600 litres of seed, and it's got a working speed of 9 miles an hour on that one. But very nice looking mod. It's this seeder is proper bit of detail. You have a look inside there, and yeah, done a fantastic job with it. I haven't tested this one out yet to see if it works, but we'll try that out in a minute. Now this one has actually got the tram lines on there. You've got the tram line wheels just there, and then we have got the ridge markers as well on it. You can change the rim colors, where you can have it grey or orange, and also a alternative wheel, which is that wheel there, which is a smaller narrower tire than the standard one. Now the disc markers, they cost you extra money. They're 1250 quid, as is the tramline markers. They're an extra 850 quid, and those alternative wheels I was talking about will cost you £100. But all in all, nice little mod. I'm not into these smaller seeders myself. I just stick to a minimum of about 6 meters, but I know there's a lot of people who use the 3 meters, and there it is. Pretty cool. Right, we'll put that to the test in a minute. The next one we got is the Deutz Swatmaster, and also it's branded up as the Vicon Andex 353. Now these are proper nice bit of kit. Now I did actually bring 2 out, and there is ones with the twin wheels, and one of these should have had the twin wheels, and it hasn't. So there is a twin wheel option on it if you want that. Now these ones, is, for those who don't know, is a windrower, so it just put it into a swath pile for you. -5 on the slot count, cost £2,500 to buy and £127 for your initial leasing cost. You need 50 horsepower, and this got a working speed of 9 miles an hour, and it's 3.5 meters wide, so it is a little one, but it's a cracking bit of kit. I like it. We will put that to the test very shortly. Right, so moving on to the main item of the day, and we have the John Deere 7R, and cracking awesome kit. I'm a fan of the John Deeres myself. They're fantastic looking tractors. Now I've got a couple of different ones out where there are quite a few different options for it. So what we can have on this one, you've got the weight holder, which is just there with no weights on there, and then you can have the weight increments. They go from 500 kilos. Now this one is the 1100 kilos. You have a 500 kilo for £600, and then it goes up to a 700 kilo for £1,000, and then you can have 1100 kilo, which is this one is, for the £1,300. So that is your front options. Now also you can have this guard on the front there, where it calls it a protection grid in the shop, for £99. Now you can have the options of the mud guards. You can see this one, we got the front mud guards, or fenders, whatever you want to call them, and we've got the rear ones on the back of there, and then this one has none, and this one obviously hasn't got the protection grid on the front there as well. Now you can have the anniversary special stickers, which is, so we can jump on the back and have a look on, oh, there they are. There they are, the 100 years of tractors, Waterloo since 1918, and you see the other one, it hasn't got that on the back of there, and that will cost you an extra £10. You can have a front loader on them, and that will cost you normal standard price of 1,500 quid. Quite a few different tyre configurations on it, but not a huge amount, but I don't think you need too many configurations. Mainly we've got the wide wheels, the duals. You can have duals on the back, and also these added wheel weights, which these are a little bit different to all the other ones we've seen. Well, it's the custom modding ones basically. You can see it there with just the wheel weights on it. Sorry, that hasn't got wheel weights, that is just, no, that is just standard, sorry. But yeah, very nice bit of kit. Now we do have quite a few engine configurations. It starts off standard horsepower, 245 horsepower, and then you can go up. They've got a 269 horsepower, which is £4,500 more, 290 horsepower, which is 10,500, then 305 horsepower, which is 18 grand extra, and then the 332 horsepower, which is 31,500, and then the bad boy, which is 352 horsepower at £41,500. Now you notice this rear linkage, this is all brand new, this is totally different to the in-game one we've got. And one of the advantage for this one, the actual draw hitch, the drawbar there, is a little bit further back, where the one in game is just a bit there, so it just enables your turning radius to be that little bit more, because you're not going to hit these back wheels. But overall the mod is fantastic, as is custom modding. We don't get many stuff what isn't nice. They do a bloody good job, fair play to them. So let's get inside of it. Now the one feature I love in here, this is awesome. It's only a little thing, but you know, it's these little things what make the mod. So we just, inside is pretty similar to the other one. The one thing I did notice is when you fire it up, look at that, we got John Deere loading up screen, and then it comes up, jobs are good and fantastic. So we've got action on the pedals there, and you see there he goes on the pedals, on the brakes. Pretty cool. Let's put the help window on, because we do have some animation. We've got the unfold for the indicators and lights. There's all the lights for it as well. We've got lighting on the front and on the back. Indicators, now they're nice and bright, aren't they? pretty nice. And then we also have door opening, just like that. So the door does open. And we got the buddy seats in here. It does annoy me on console, we can't use these buddy seats. It would be nice if we could, but no, we're not using them. But cracking mod, done a nice job. And we have another John Deere to the fleet. Alright, we got a 7R, but we haven't got a modded one. It's always nice to have something a little bit different, isn't it? Right, so let's try out these bits of kit. I think we'd try the Deutz Swatmaster first. I think we'll use the Deutz one. So let's get that hooked up. And that does raise it. Does that raise it a little bit higher than normal? It seems to be quite high, that does. It's not a bad thing, pretty cool thing. Keeps it out of the way, but the detailing and all that, it looks fantastic. Let's get it in the field. Right, so I've got a pile of grass what needs swathing. So let's get over here. We'll turn those lights off, we don't need those lights on. Now you can have, the other thing I forgot to say is you can have the GPS on there and the beacons. If you don't want beacons, you can do away with them, or you can have one on the left or one on the right, whatever you require. And we didn't check the mirrors actually. The mirrors, yeah, they're slightly off. You can't really see what's in there, can you, on the side of your vehicle, but never mind. Right, anyway, getting back to the Deutz Swatmaster. So we drop that down like that. And I did wonder, because it was like when you put it up, they just disappear like that. Because I thought, hey, it looks a bit strange. When I saw it on the deck, I was like, well, how's that going to spin around? Because it's got no blades to spin around with. But they just pop out like that. So we've got the unfold there, and then we just lower it down, fire it up. And we got that PTO spinning a good one. Quality looking mod, really is. We don't get much crap nowadays. I think Farming Simulator 19 has changed it all. We have got really decent quality mods nowadays. Roll on the next console. So I haven't checked to see if this works or anything. I think it probably will. I can't see we're going to have issues for it. And yeah, there's no problem there. Just firing that straight over on the left hand side. So if you're after a small 3.5 meter this one was, sorry, then there it is. It is cheap though, and the 9 mile an hour working speed is working fine, but it's just a bit small for my liking. But that's me, I always like the bigger kit. Cracking, no issues with that whatsoever. So that's the Deutz Swatmaster. And I'll tell you what, when I seen it in mods and testing when it said Swatmaster, I thought that's surely got to be a Swatmaster. But no, it is a Swatmaster, not a Swatmaster. Okay, and that I just dropped that off and that just turned up on its side, so you might have to drop that. Yeah, we got it. You might have to fold that up first. Otherwise it's not, yeah, of course the wheels aren't there otherwise, are they? Oh, they are. So why did it fall over then? Perhaps it was just I was turning at the same time and then it turned over. Yeah, must have been. Anyhow, moving on, let's have a look at the Amazon, and we get on the front of it rather than trying to pick it up on the back. The Amazon D930. Hook that up. Let's get round over this way, and we do need some seeds. Right, so let's reverse this up to pop some seeds in. Now it looks like we've got to open the cover first before we can pop the seeds in there. Yeah, it is. And there's the seeds there. In they go. Close the cover. Right, so we've got wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, grass, and that is your lot for it. Now we've got some prepared ground here, so we should be able to just put this down, I think. We use the worker, and then we can see it did say 9 mile an hour working speed, and it is doing 9 mile an hour. Let's jump out and have a look at the animation going on. We've got a bit of dust running off, and there's quite a few bits of mud flying up here and there. Cool. Right, so the ridge markers, they're on you can see there at the bottom it says raise lower arm, so we just raise those down like that, just like that. And then the ridge markers are as per usual, although who uses them? I never see any of them being used. Even the workers don't use the ridge markers, so it makes me think, does anyone use them? Because I don't. And it does work at 9 mile an hour. Hang on, I meant to put the ridge markers on first. Lower them down. Now those ridges though, they're a bit too thin, aren't they? Because what are you going to use that for? Because you're not going to get a tractor down those lines, are you? Because you can't manoeuvre them out or anything, can you? No, if that was all you could do was lower those. I thought they might go in or out, or you might be able to do one or something like that, but no. That's a bit of a strange one, that. But no issues with it, it all works. I checked on the map earlier and it's putting the seed down, it's no issues whatsoever. Nice bit of kit. Let's lower that down and have a look to see how that's hooked up in the back there. We can't see nothing there, can we? Yeah, and we got all the hoses linked up there. But nice looking mod. Nice bit of detail on that, even down to these stickers. And see what's going on. The decals, I should say, sorry. Cracking mod. So if you were after a 3-meter Amazon D9, there it is. It's out. Came out yesterday. Right, well that's about it for new mods for today. We've only got a few. Hopefully we'll have a few more released later on. Now we are waiting for the front loader for these, the H480. Hopefully that'll be released in the next couple of days. It's been in mods and testing for a while, so that's your lot. Right, that's it for today's mod review. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you did, always appreciate if you smash that like button for me. And if you are new to the channel, why not hit that subscribe, and then you won't miss any further content. Now hopefully we'll get a mods in testing update later. I hope so, because we haven't been able to do a update for days now, so hopefully that'll change and we can do an update on that. Righto, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.